Hey Planner Addicts, today I am sharing a setup video. I haven't really done one of these before, I don't think, and to be honest this is probably the first planner that I've actually like fully properly set up. I'm currently using an Erin Condren, which doesn't really need a lot of setting up other than just to plan your week. I've got a Kate Spade in my bag that is just basically monthly appointments and work shifts and stuff like that. So other than putting dividers and bits and pieces in, I've not really done like a full-on setup, because even though I've been in the planner community a couple of years, I would class myself as still quite a newbie. I'm still learning all the time. When you first get into it, it's a case of the actual planning side of things seems to take a backhand and you just want to buy all the pretties. So now I've done all that, and don't get me wrong, still buying all the pretties, but I'm trying to actually get to the planning side of it, which was the whole reason I got into planning in the first place, to try and be more organised. And this is, it happens to coincide with One Book July. But it's not really One Book July. It's sort of inspired by, and because I've seen lots of posts about it, about going back to basics and stuff like that, and stripping everything back. And as you'll see from this, it's anything but stripped back. It's kind of fully loaded. But I'm starting on the 1st of July a Miracle Morning-esque type thing where I just want to basically get myself into a good routine of doing stuff. If you've seen other videos, you'll know I suffer with depression, and sometimes it's quite hard to just get motivated to, well, anything really. So I'm sort of making a conscious effort. I tried the Miracle Morning before. I did it for a couple of months. I got sick and then kind of lost interest, as you do, and the momentum just hadn't been there to get back on track. But I'm determined to get myself well and back and good and happy and all that malarkey, and more productive, so you'll get more videos, and I am trying. So yeah, this is all part of that. So enough of my waffle, you want to see the pretties. So this is a Bev Dory, or a Unicorn Dory, or a Franken Dory. It's a Bev Dory because it's made by Beverly Edwards, who is Love from Poppy. I'll link her Etsy. This was one of her limited edition Unicorn Dories, and I call it a Franken Dory because when I bought it, it didn't have this stitching around the edges, and it didn't have the pockets that I've put inside. It was just basically a plain pink with the spine with the stitching. I managed to find a thread that was almost identical to what she'd used, because I wanted to keep it looking the same. And I had some rose gold leather that I had in a bag of offcuts that I've had kicking around my craft room for many years. So yeah, I loved the actual planner, but the fact that it didn't have pockets, I needed to add pockets, so that's what I did. So it's a Bev Unicorn Franken Dory. So I've made myself a little leather tassel. Again, this was from the offcuts that I had, and that's a little bit of the rose gold that was left over. That's one of the Planner Society bows that I got in somebody's D-stash. And then these are just a little bookmark that I also made myself, and these have got a loop so that you can actually take these off and change them up for other things if you want to, or just have them plain. So that's those. I also made myself a pen loop, and it's just one of the cutesy pens. Inside we've got The 3 little bow paper clips are from Charlie's Magpie on Etsy. I'll put all the shop links in the description box below. The UKPA clip, I cannot remember who did that, but I will put links again below when I remember and go and search who that was from. I've just got a couple of little page markers tucked in there. These 2 clips I made myself, and I think that one was a cherry blossom in the marketplace felt. Inside, that's just a laminated sticky note of the Planner Society, and then I've got just a laminated Project Life card to give the pocket a bit of rigidity because the leather is quite floppy. You can't see, but the pocket, this is the one that I've made, so I've given myself a little slot pocket and then the other pocket, because I just couldn't bear the thought of not having pockets, because I like to decorate and have it all pretty. So I've made a little shaker dashboard for the front. I've actually done it slightly different because I've laminated and then I've put stuff in one side and actually the other side is open. I've just sealed up that side and kept all the sprinkles in with some washi tape, but I've left it so that I can actually use that as another pocket. So that's those. I've got some vellum I printed. It's another shimmery vellum, and that's just covering the back of my what's the word, vision board, mood board, whatever you want to call it. Geraldine did a little demonstration at the Crafternoon event that I attended last month, beginning of this month even. Well, it depends when I go out. It was beginning of July, I want to say. Oh my goodness, my brain. I think it was the beginning of July, Crafternoon. That's bad. Well, anyway, I'd seen them before and I'd wanted to give it a try, but just having her do the talk and go through it a little bit kind of reiterated in my brain what I was kind of wanting to do. So yeah, I got that one done. I didn't actually manage to get it done at the event because it was just crazy busy and everything moved so quickly and everyone was chatting, and you know, it's like at these things you just never get actually, well, some girls did. I was quite impressed with those girls, really. They were getting all sorts done and we were just going, because you don't see these people very often, or it might be the first time you're meeting them after knowing them online for a while. So yeah, lots of gabbing and not a lot of making, but I had the idea, I knew what I was doing. So yeah, I put that into practice. I will link Geraldine's YouTube channel because she has some really cool, amazing videos. So yeah, that's that. That's the other side of the vellum. This is another pocket. Again, it's a top loading. I've just washi taped a piece of card and popped it in. That's a Recollections Tea Party washi, much coveted. I've been after this washi tape for like a year, and one of the lovely girls on UKPA, Francesca, had one up for sale on the group, which I amazingly managed to nab. So pretty, love this. So I had to have some in here, but also I like these pockets because it's not permanent. You can swap it and change it if you want to change a whole mood of it. A little pen loop there. It's an Erin Condren sticky one that Elizabeth gave me, which is really handy because I was needing something and didn't know where to get them, and she gave me that one because it was spare. And I've made myself a weekly tracker. This was a free printable image, and I've just designed and printed these out myself. So I just made it so that I can keep that all together with the little front pocket. I didn't do it originally, I've just kind of stuck it on, so it just makes that cover a bit thicker because it was an afterthought. So I've got my habit tracker. I've just sort of started doing this. I need to tick off a few more of those that I haven't done. But yeah, I've just given a little different to each week just for a bit of fun. This is the first time I'm doing this, so obviously I've drawn on the lines because I didn't think about the date. So I was like, I just put this and this, and I can add the date afterwards, so it makes them usable whenever. So if you miss like a whole week, it doesn't matter because they're not dated. So that's those. Put that in there like so. Again, that's the other side. No, that's another pocket. It's just got some of my handmade little stickers. These are my little miniature ones. That's my little sampler that I did and gave out at the Crafternoon event. Again, another vellum. I've kept all the vellums the same because I just really liked the pattern. I thought it was really pretty, and it sort of went with all the fronts that I was using. That's another little felty. I'm not sure where that one was from. That was either Cherry Blossom or my unicorn planner. My unicorn. Wow, I really should have wrote the stuff down before doing the video. I'm sorry. Again, list below. And that's just a little post-it that I stuck back to back and then laminated just as a little marker, just because the sunshine needed a little rainbow. Again, this is another book that I've made. Most of the booklets I've done in here I've made myself. This is a weekly, so I've just got, again, I've left them blank so I can put in my dates that I like. It's just a little laminated piece of card, page marker, ollie clip. This is just a hard piece of plastic. I'm using it to just have so that if I'm writing something down, I've got a harder surface, because obviously with it being a bit squishy, and if I don't want to take it out, I just want a harder surface. And that was just an arc system. It was a set of their dividers. When I first started planning, I had the arc system for a little while with the discs and completely hated them. So got rid of all the stuff, but I was left with these dividers because the black plastic was quite handy, and obviously it has come in handy because I've made myself some of these little page doodahs, which are quite good. So that's that booklet. More stickers. These ones are Chocho and Mimi, just little like sampler ones. These ones I got from, I think it was Rita at the Crafternoon event, which was really sweet. We did like a little swap. More vellum. I've done a monthly overview, so I can just put in some birthdays for the rest of the year, anniversaries, any kind of important dates, just at a glance. So that's those, and I've done them all different themes. Then we've got, oh look, another vellum. Got a lot of vellum in it. A daily journal. I did have like a little notebook which I put to the back that I was going to use, but then I kind of just wasn't happy that it wasn't all matching, so I made my own. So that's a daily journal. I've just done it plain. I've left the tops of these actually plain, so I can write whatever I like. I mean, I'm going to use this as the daily journal, but I've left it blank so that I can write my own dates, just because I want to practice my brush pen work. So I will be hand doing all of those each day just to get the practice in, really. So yeah, so that's that little booklet. Again, it's just another little laminated post-it, ollie clip. This one I actually had the sense, I don't know why I didn't on the other one, but this one I actually had the tab. I cut it down a little bit because it came out about that far, but I've cut it down a little bit. But I thought that was actually quite handy just to have the little tab, because then, well, it works as a tab. Yeah, it's just easy to get to, and yeah. So that's that one. It's another Chocho and Mimi, but that's a little wraparound sticker set that she does. Again, that's just an August and a September. I probably don't actually need them in here yet, but I did them, so they're in there ready. I just thought this paper was really cute. It's just the little clouds, and that's a Project Life card and some cute washi to stick it down. It was plain on the back, so I've put in an acetate that I printed. Focus on the good. It's just an inspirational quote picture I found online and printed it on Etsy. I've made myself a little sticker pocket, and that's double, so you've got little ones inside. So I've got some little beautiful planning samplers, Managing Mischief Co samplers, just some random ones from goodness knows where. My stickers from last year, more Managing Mischief Co. So yeah, that's like all little samplers. I may use it for something else once I progress with it, but at the moment that's what it's holding. And then this was the little notebook that I was on about that I'd had further on, but it says Big Ideas and I kind of like it. It's cute as it is, but again, to match it in, I just put a little notes to do wrap around it, and I'm holding that in place with a paper clip. So I may or may not use that one, I'm not sure yet, but it's there if I want it. That's the back. Again, that's the other side of an acetate, which I thought was quite cute, and that's the other side of the paper. And then lastly, again, it's another pre-bought A6 notebook. It's not the nicest of patterns on it, so what I've done was just put a Project Life card that is like a little piece of ephemera that sticks, and I've just basically clipped them on with some Kiki K paper clips. That's a little pen loop I've made myself that I can put in wherever I like with just a bit of elastic. That's my Tombow Foodie, can't pronounce-y penny. It's the Tombow brush pen basically. It's just a really nice small brush tip that I'm going to be using for my dates. Again, another little vellum I just paper clipped in, and then another card on the back. I think they're Kaisercraft Project Life cards. And then at the back, again, I've got a couple more laminated cards for making it a bit more rigid. That's just some little Kate Spade telegram note things because they're cute. And then that's just a little pocket. It really bugs me that these are as small as they are. I really want to find an A6 size because it kind of bugs me that they're not the same size as the rest of the pages. So I can't have it in the book, which might seem crazy, but I can't. It just annoys me. So I've used it to tuck in the back, and I have it there. That's just was off some tracksuit bottoms I got from Primark. They were unicorns, and I kind of like the little tag, so I kept it. That's just little cards of my logo. That's a little sample of some of the cute Recollection washi, rose gold, beautiful. Sick we can't get it over here easier. It's just so annoying. They get all the good stuff in America. Yes, all us UK girls love the Recollections. Probably because just we can't get it. If we could get it, it probably just wouldn't be so exciting, but because we can't get it, it's just that much more coveted. And then the back, again, more little cards. It's just a little rose gold, and that is the card for Beverly. That is who made the TN. She makes amazing leather TNs. Like I said, this one was a one-off, but she's just brought out a pastel range, and she does some darker colours as well, and they are gorgeous. My friend has like a proper, whereas this one's more of a textured leather. She's got one that's more what I'd call sort of this sort of leather, and she does really cool ones of those. So yeah, check her out on Etsy. And yeah, that's pretty much my setup that I'm going to be well, I said I started my tracker, but the rest of it I shall be starting in July. So it's sort of a One Book July-esque mash up with Miracle Morning, and just basically me trying to get my life on track. So yeah, if you have any questions or any feedback, like I said, this is the first video I've done like this, and wow, I've been waffling for 20 minutes. So I'll shut up now. I shall catch you in the next vid.